Hi guys, I'm so excited to be back today to share more SEZANE fall pieces. I shared a fall review earlier, but since then I've picked up more pieces because SEZANE fall is just my favorite. I love all of their textures and colors and prints. This is definitely my season. So first up, I want to talk about the Betty cardigan. This is a staple SEZANE piece. It's been around for a while. I actually bought it in a striped version. So I bought this years ago and I only wore it once or twice, even though I really like this. I never reached for it. I don't know why, because this is super cute. So I got it in the hazelnut shade. And I think the solid color hazelnut shade just suits me better. It's something I will reach for more often. I also sized up for this one. So the medium is, just a little bit more relaxed, and I like it better for my body right now. So the Betty comes in 100% merino wool, which I really like. I find SEZANE's merino wool to not be itchy, so I'm not wearing anything under this. I feel like I can wear this all day long and be comfortable. It's not itchy at all. I find SEZANE's wool and their kid mohair to be itchy. I haven't tried their yak wool yet, so I don't know about that, but when I'm looking at SEZANE sweaters, I usually go for the merino wool, the cotton, or the baby alpaca, because I don't feel like the baby alpaca is that itchy. So that's just personal preference, but I wanted to mention it. And yeah, the Betty just has really simple details, like the buttons, tortoiseshell buttons, has these two little pockets. It has a cuffed shirt thing here, which you can unroll if you want to. I feel like it kind of has a little bit of a boxy cut, and it's not super long, so I can just about tuck this in to some high-waisted pants if I wanted to. But the boxy cut of it, I feel like is better for just leaving untucked. And of course you can unbutton all the buttons and leave it open, wear a shirt underneath. I should also mention that I am selling this one on my Poshmark. So if you're interested, check out my Poshmark and I'll link it below. Next up we have the Malia skirt. I actually got this last year in a different print. In this print, which is still available. This was a size 6, but this year, since I've gained weight, I felt like this was just getting a little too form-fitting. It still fits, but I just didn't like how tight it was. So I decided to try this print, the khaki houndstooth, in a size 8. So this is still, it's not super tight. It is a little bit loose in the waist, but that just means I can comfortably tuck in sweaters if I want to, and it doesn't look too big around my hips or anything. So you can look at my measurements and consider that. If you have a little bit more weight in your tummy like I do right now, I definitely sized up. So I'm probably usually a 6 now, and I took the size 8 because I'm carrying extra weight. Anyway, I really love this print as well. I love the green. It's got a little bit of multicolors in here. So I thought I would be able to wear it with a lot of different things, like solid color greens or other fall colors. And like this brown, I thought would look good too, because it kind of pulls some of those subtle colors from the houndstooth that are in there, if you look really closely. The thing that I noticed, oh, also it is lined, so that's good, and the outside is 100% wool, which is itchy for me. If this didn't have a lining, it would be itchy on my legs. So some of their pants are wool and they don't have linings for some reason, and I found those to be itchy. So if this skirt didn't have the lining, I feel like it would be itchy, but thankfully it does. Now, these look really similar to me, the fabric and obviously the prints and the style, but I noticed this one is definitely thinner. The wool is thinner than the one that I got last year. This feels more plush, this feels thin. So obviously it is a different fabric. It's not the same print. So I don't know if I would buy this one this year, if it would feel the same as this one, or if this is just a different fabric altogether. But yeah, I am a little concerned that the quality has gone down a little bit. This is not as thick and it just doesn't feel as nice as this. Now I haven't seen this one in stores this season, so I can't compare. I don't know. But if anybody has insight to that, if you bought one of these skirts last year and you bought the same this year, I don't know, you can tell me if the fabric is different. But yeah, that's kind of disappointing if it is, but I still like it. I love wearing their wool mini skirts. I have several of their mini skirts, and obviously I love to wear them with the SEZANE over the knee boots and a cute sweater. So all right, next up we have the Mateo trousers in this gorgeous dark green corduroy fabric. I just love this shade of green. I love green in general. So, and I love corduroy, so I knew I had to give these a try. They are wide straight leg trouser, side slant pockets in the front. Although I think these back pockets are just for show. You can't open them. So just the front pockets are usable. It has a button and the clasp and a zipper. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They are unlined, but it's a cotton fabric, so not itchy at all. They're not thick, so I would say not great for like cold weather. You probably want to wear like tights underneath them or something, but great for fall. So I think there's a matching blazer that goes along with this, which is awesome. I love corduroy blazers as well, but I really need some pants that fit, so I went with the pants instead. I took the size 6. So I am kind of confused about my size right now. I think in general I'm a size 6, and I think size 4 is just a little too tight. Like maybe I could squeeze into them if they run large, but you'll have to take a look at my measurements. And just remember, I have like a bloated belly. It's not bloated, but it's just larger than it usually is. So I found that I have to usually take my larger size with pants just so there's enough room in my belly area. So the size 6, it works perfectly for me. They're not too tight. I would say if my belly hadn't been so puffy, or I don't know what you call it. I've had 2 babies, so there you go. I probably could have fit in the size 4 if it wasn't for my belly, because the size 6, I do think it's a little loose in the front area. I definitely have enough room in like the hips and the front of the pants. So I would say you can take your usual size, but if you have a really small waist, you can probably get away with sizing down. I think the recommendation on the site is to take your smaller size if you're in between, but I just took my usual SEZANE size. Like most SEZANE pants, they are long, which I think is great because I feel like my pants are too short unless I get the tall sizes. I'm 5'8", so I'm not super tall. I'm kind of in between a regular and tall sizes, and these drag on the floor for me. So I definitely have to wear a heeled shoe if I don't want it dragging on the ground. But these would be really easy to hem, take in. Yeah, you could just roll it up and sew it and it'd be fine. So I think it's a really easy fix if you're on the shorter side. Here we have the Will jacket in the khaki suede color. I have another Will jacket in the denim, the darker denim, and it's a really great jacket to throw over dresses or as a light layer, and then you can wear a thicker coat over top. And I've always been interested to try their suede version because the suede just looks so soft, and I love suede in general, and I don't have a suede jacket, so I decided to go for this one. It also comes in a tan color, I believe, and that one keeps selling out really quick. I think this is still available, and I love this green shade. I think it'll go great with my skirt. It's just a nice neutral color in general that's different from a tan or a brown. So I really like this option. It's made of 100% goat leather, so it is really soft and really nice. The suede isn't super thick, like in the unlined parts it is pretty thin. So it's not like a really, really sturdy jacket. It's gonna mold nicely to your body. It's gonna still have movement to it. And then it has buttons all the way down the front. It has the big like bucket pockets in the front too. I decided to go with size small. I was debating whether to size up to the medium, but I felt like I wanted it to still to not be oversized, just to like fit normally. And the small definitely fits, but I could definitely have gone up to the medium as well if I just wanted a more relaxed fit. So that's really kind of a personal preference. And the one thing I thought was really interesting is it has this tag in it that says "Will Forever," and then it has 4 spaces, 4 lines for owners of the Will jacket. So this is supposed to be a piece that lasts for a long time, and I guess the idea is when you're done with it, you pass it on to somebody else, and they pass it on to somebody else, and then you write your name in here, and they can see who it's belonged to. So see the whole list of people that have worn the jacket, which I think is kind of cool. That's really interesting. So I'll probably write my name there, and then when it no longer is working for me, I will pass it on to somebody else. All right, here we have the popular Clyde coat. So obviously you've heard of the Clyde trench, which is super popular, and they keep selling out, but that's like a trench coat. So this is their wool version called the Clyde coat. And this is very popular as well. I think this is already sold out, and I managed to get one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it or not, and I'll go over some of the details. First of all, the notes say that it does run large, and I've heard that this check Clyde coat runs even larger than the other Clyde wool coats. So this print in particular runs large. Based on that, I probably should have gotten a size 4 because it still would have been oversized, but I got the size 6 because the 4 was sold out. And I think in general in their coats, I'd be either a 4 or a 6. And since this is oversized, I definitely could have taken the 4. If it ran true to size, I probably would have been fine with the 6. So this is rather large. There is a lot of fabric going on here. Obviously I'll show you what it looks like on, and you can tell me, please tell me in the comments if you think it looks too oversized, where it just looks weird on me. So I do want an oversized coat. Like, I want it to look oversized intentionally, but I'm not sure if this looks intentionally oversized or if it just looks like it's way too big for me. So let me know in the comments. Yeah, you would definitely want to size down in this check print if it comes back in stock. And the other 2 wool Clydes, you could probably take your usual size if you want that oversized look, or you could size down if you want it a little bit more fitted. So this is made from wool and polyamide. It's mostly 80% wool, 20% polyamide, so it's not 100% wool. So that's a downside. This coat is expensive. It's like $485, almost $500. So for that price, I really would like a 100% wool coat. So that's downside number 1. Downside number 2 is it's not lined, and it's not a super thick wool. Like, I feel like this is a great like fall coat for when it's chilly. I don't think this is going to keep you warm. You're going to have to make sure you're wearing a lot of layers underneath. So this might be like a great coat for California winter, maybe. But like a New York winter, this is not really going to do it for you. But yeah, so that's downside number 2. Also for the price, I feel like it should be lined. I took a look at some of the other SEZANE coats, and most of them are lined. And they're either a mix, some of them are still a mix of wool and other materials, but there are some that are 100% wool and lined, and I feel like that is the best choice for your money. I think the Victor coat is 100% wool, and it's lined, and it's long like the Clyde coat. I just didn't like any of the prints that it's available in right now. Otherwise, I probably would have chosen the Victor over the Clyde coat. I also like the Meredith coat, and I think that is 100% wool as well. It's not lined either, so that's a downside. But that one doesn't have any buttons or zipper or anything. It's just kind of like a bathrobe. It has a tie waist, and you just kind of tie it up and hope it stays shut. I do like that coat as well, but it's not lined and there's no buttons. So those are the downsides to the Clyde coat, and you may be thinking, well, with all those downsides, all those cons, why would you want to keep it? And I don't know, I just really love this print. It's brown and a dark green, like those are my colors. Obviously I said I like green. It's neutral enough to wear with a lot of stuff. So it looks great with everything I have here as well. And it's really long, and the sleeves are really long, and it is really comfortable. It just feels like I'm wearing like a big blanket. So I really like that. Yeah, so I am torn. So help me decide if I should keep it or return it and get a different SEZANE coat or something. So let me know. All right, another coat from SEZANE. This is like a trench style coat. It's a parka, and it's really similar to the Clyde trench coat. It's like the same material, and it has the check lining. That's why I got it, because I really like the Clyde trench coat, but I already have a trench coat, and I felt like I didn't need two, but I really like the check lining in the Clyde and the nice tan color it comes in. So I went with this instead, this parka, and I actually really like it because it has a hood. So my other trench coats don't have a hood, so when it rains, it's kind of annoying. And so this felt better for, you know, rainy fall days. And I liked it also because it has a adjustable drawstring around the waist on the inside. So you can leave it loose and have it just a more oversized shape, or you can cinch it on both sides and it will cinch it in to make it a little bit more form-fitting, a little bit tighter. So I really like that option. It has large front pockets that are buttoned. It has these really cool cuffs. They're like double buttons. So it comes on the lowest button, and then I think you can, you know, attach it to the higher button if you want a shorter sleeve length, which I thought was cool. The hood is not removable, which would have been kind of nice. I wish it was removable, but you know, can't have it all, I guess. I got it in size 4. I was debating whether to get it in size 6, but I figured it would be oversized enough that I could take a size 4, and I think it works out well. I don't think it looks too oversized. I probably could have gone with a size 6. It wouldn't have made that much difference because I do, like I said, I like the oversized fit. It's just more comfortable, especially when you're wearing chunky sweaters underneath. So I wanted that extra room. It is 100% cotton. So that's the other great thing about this, 100% cotton. I think some of their trenches are a mix of cotton and other materials, but it just depends on the color and the style. So you always want to be looking at the composition, the details of SEZANE pieces, because even the same item, when it comes in different colors, they could be made out of different materials. So I like that this is 100% cotton. I think that justifies the price better, and it has a nice weight to it. It feels like it will really work in the rain. I almost forgot to mention the Hillary dress. So this is a knit dress, and it's long. It's made from wool and cotton polyamide blend. So it's not 100% wool, which is nice because sometimes wool gets me itchy, but the merino wool from SEZANE is usually pretty good, and then combined with the cotton, it really makes it so it's not itchy, which I appreciate. This is form-fitting and stretchy, so if you are between sizes, you can probably take your smaller size. I'm wearing the size small, which works well for me because this is stretchy. It just, you know, gives you a lot of wiggle room with like your hips and your belly. I didn't need to size up to a medium, but I wouldn't really go down to an extra small either because I feel like it would be too tight around the top area. It's a really chic sweater dress, and it comes in different colors. This is the gray, and it also comes in this gorgeous green color. So if I got to pick again, I would definitely go for the green. It's so pretty. They have buttons down the arm here, and they are functional. If you ever wanted to unbutton, I don't know why. The buttons are different depending on the color that you get. SEZANE has a lot of great sweater dresses this year actually, so definitely check those out. So that's it. That's my SEZANE Fall Part 2 haul. If you have any questions, just let me know. You can find me on Instagram at Jeans in a Teacup and on my blog, jeansinateacup.com. I do style these pieces more on my Instagram and my blog. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.